In urban beats, success is not measured by the end result. Success is merely the process of getting there. Picking up a pen, taking a deep breath, learning it's okay to be you. These are the lessons we strive to share. This documentary will give you a quick look at what art means to our youth and how they continue to move forward despite the pressures to fall back. It is our honor to present Don't Judge a Book, Empowerment Through Art.
I'm a maniacal robot, a flow hat till smoke comes out the throat like some powder off a coat rack. No paps, down to a slow step, chilling with no parents guaranteed.
Rap is cool because rap is like poetry. It's expressing things that I couldn't really say to people. Like I couldn't be chilling with one of my homies and just be like, I feel like I'm a ghost memory, hollowed by the past emotions of morose memory. I could never just say that because it would be totally just whack. But I could spit like a sick verse. I could be like, I said I'm a ghost memory, hollowed by the past emotions of morose memory. It's like the kid in me, fire off the page, spitting rage to the enemy. Something like that. And I'm able to say things through music and, still make it sound cool while also expressing thoughts and feelings that I've had. So that's, it's a lot of fun. It's a blessing to be able to do that. Hip-hop is my life. Rap is everything to me. Everything else in the world is secondary. And I can, channel my frustration, channel my happiness, channel all my feelings through that source. And it's the most important thing in the world to me. More important than anything by far, more important than friends, family, girls, money. It's rap, hip hop at the center. Everything else follows. If you get inspired by another artist, for example, I fell head over heels in love with hip hop after hearing Tyler the Creator and listening to his music, and I had just gotten a feeling of elation and a feeling of happiness that I had never gotten before, and his music just spoke to me in a way that nobody else could, and if you get inspired like that, then you'll see what I'm saying, where you see that and you think, I can do that. That's what I want to do. I want to be like that. I could do what he's doing, but in my own way, and talking about my own experiences. And my hat's off to him. He's a genius. There's been things I've been really pissed off about and angry about, and a lot of the times, when you're in a situation like that, there's not a lot you can do about it. And for example, I didn't have parents. I'm an orphan, and I was really angry about that. And that's, it comes off a lot in my music.
From my own disparaging, I'm an orphan, so much for parenting. I'm alone, so much for burying me.
I'm not some cheery, just happy-go-lucky guy. The sun is shining, I'm just, God bless me, I'm not that type of person. I'm a person where fucking shit's real. And that's just the way I live. People with mental health issues, they're usually really good people. They're not stupid. They're smart people. And it's just important if somebody isn't up to par with you in any way, or they have a little bit more troubles than other people, then don't just treat them like shit. Be cool with them. And that's just being a good person, which everyone should be. Everyone has it in their heart to have empathy and love and respect for people. And I think that that's the way the world should work.
Hi, my name is Lavina Aquero, and I'm 20 years old, and I love to express myself through singing. I'm Native American, and ever since I could remember, I was not able to have a voice, either because the color of my skin or the way I talked or the way I've acted. I could never express myself. Ever since I could remember, I've always found outlets through singing. I grew up on a reservation where racism was very high. I had to live through getting called the N-word and a bunch of other horrible things. And it was hard for me to realize that I'm okay. I would be okay. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
It makes me wonder why things happen for a reason. I know why you were playing with my heart and my intention. That's no lie. I just see all of these memories when I close my eyes. Rapping made me understand and realize that some things shouldn't be some things because of this. So it just helped me cope. It helped me not do things that I shouldn't do. It made me grow up because I used to have a different way to cope with things, and I guess I've always thought that way of coping was immature, but rapping made me say it's immature and that's not the way I'm gonna cope with it. So it made me grow up. So come to Urban Beats. That's first and foremost. Come to Urban Beats. Like, you come here, I'll be your friend. I got no problem being nobody's friend. Don't care what people say. If they label you, they're gonna label you regardless. So just do what you love to do and stick to what you love, and just know that you only live one time. You only live once. So really live the way you want to live, because we only get one opportunity. Why are we gonna let someone else do that for us? So just stick to your plan. What you think is correct, stick to that. So that's the advice I give to someone that wants to do something. Just do it.
The stuff I rap about, I'm on probation, so I sometimes, rap about that. So people that are going through a hard time, they can understand where I'm coming from, or like people that have it hard, like I'm about to release a track, and this is like I'm putting like all my emotions in. The song is called Empty Soul. I personally don't like talking to someone. People just personally don't like talking about my problems. So I would like to lay down on a track so people could know what I'm going through and what's going on with me. Like, going through depression, anxiety. I have stress in my life. I don't do things the right way. It's just I could keep on going with this list. They have labeled me as a fucker because it's just that they don't know me that well, so they're quick to talk, but they don't know what I've been through. All they see is a kid that's messing up. I did an exercise Project Aware, and we told each other. We all labeled each other on the group, and we labeled each other as bad people. Nobody told each other oh, maybe he's going through a bad time. But the thing is that we labeled each other how people label us. Oh, dang. So that's what that's when we found out how people label us, and why don't they see what is really going on. I would do everything in my willpower to tell them they're just haters. They're gonna keep bringing you down. They're gonna do whatever it takes for them to make themselves feel better, to make you feel bad. Pursue your dreams, and whenever you get a chance for people to hear you out, just take the chance, and you never know what doors can that open.
Hi, my name is Julia Peavy. My age is 21, and I love to express myself by singing. Art helps me because it releases all the stress from the world and whatever is really stressing me. I love to express myself, so it helps me to just be able to be myself more, I guess. My dreams are to be a singer, either a singer or just a regular person who works at a job, pursuing a career. and keep striving forward and pursue whatever dreams you want to pursue.
The one thing that like disturbs me the most is, like people just throw like schizophrenia or bipolar around, and like people aren't as sensitive about it, like throwing it around. And it's kind of great, like now, like when I was diagnosed, it wasn't talked about, it was a taboo, and now it's more open. And when I hear people throw around the diagnosis names, it's disappointing, There's not a lot of sensitivity to it. I think it's more talked about, and it's more people are getting educated about mental health now, and not just throwing it around as jokes or in politics or stuff like that. Like people are having real conversations about it, or have a family member or a loved one or friend, someone going through the battle of the mind. I'd say there's hope, and there's recovery, and you can recover, and don't let that hold you back. I'm kind of at a place where I look back and see like how far I've came, and all the things I couldn't have done before, and what I can do now, and I've noticed I've grown from that, and it really helped to have my family supporting me, so I'm grateful.
Wounds heal with time, but dwelling on broken emotions, with a shattered mirror and a glass in one hand, I think, how deep can I go? A woman seeping into her pillow at night, crying and knowing how she hurts, but does nothing but imagine her dying, and sometimes she'll think, I hide it so well, but not from you. Why? I deny it. I discreetly draw a picture related to this effect. A butterfly, with beautiful wings sewn together numerous times and made attempt to cut it and to harm it. But I survived it. Can you help me understand how I feel this from you? Mutiny and chaos damaging how much rage I found from childhood until now, with no one to share the same melodies I have. But admitting I miss my friend, and how I gotta forget who I thought I knew is hard too. Why is it you? A woman trapped in a girl's body she is, with so much distraction lately as you tell her she's acting crazily over a true friend, and saying stuff so she'd back away. But what if she desires strictly nothing more than a friend? I sought answers in the wrong places, and I made mistakes in my case. But that security, and that pen that bled, but that pencil I snapped, and the words I withstand to give me a subtle chance that still you're there and care. But when can you notice it's not about love, but simply knowing you're still there and can care? Still she remains blood-stained in her head, with filled tears from her emotional eyes, as much as she dreads missing you, her close friend. But can she ever admit this to you? Overwhelm her with it's not real to feel depressed, and it's because she's medicated wrongly. But she feels like a porcelain doll left to dust now, withstanding her own loneliness behind a glass. So sudden life began for her and for you, to where she desperately chose to mask feelings for you, and it's true. I'm in no condition to love you anyway. So my friend, I ask of you what I shouldn't ask at all. To help me, she, her. When I need to separate, I drink and I smoke to uplift my pain, and I laugh uncontrollably or become angry, only solving nothing with what I was supposed to envision for myself. But you were right all along, my friend. I see clearly I'm not letting my happiness through. Why do you see me the way you do? Imagery, irony, and all my poetry, and how I think of me as she in a never-ending story, where I'm too dependent on friends such as you. Was my mistake being too into a friend like you and asking more than what a woman should ask a man to do? Or was it simply because she sought a friend for help because you bluntly say the only person she can help is herself, and horribly, I still think in my damaged head, I'm able to come to you. My best friend, when the only thing I get is how you won't be my friend if I cut again. But now I see that maybe as friends, we weren't meant to be, and it's time to cut you out, as womanly as I am, you see.
I like learning, basically like how I express myself is learning new things, like whether it's learning how to do something, whether it's art-wise, like learning how to make sure your colors are really blended really well together. Learn how to paint with paintbrushes or chalk, different types of pastels. It's pretty cool. Like just learning how to do it and seeing how it comes out and seeing that it's something that you worked on for so long and it looks so great. And it's like, oh, I did that. Like, and it was just something that was a learning process, something new, and it just might come out terrible at first. But I remember doing art like when I was in middle school and stuff. It's just I didn't really do much of it because I wasn't really thinking about like the whole expressing myself how I do now. Like now it's a lot different, but like art to me is not just like paintings or drawings. Art is could be in many forms. Like art is poetry. Art can be. I was told by a person the other day that skateboarding is an art, which I thought was pretty cool. Rappers, that stuff's an art. Filmmakers, that's an art in itself. Like a lot of the things that you see, it might be placed in a different kind of thing as you see it, but in a way it's kind of an art and learning how to everything goes and just making something new. Your art can be anything you want it to be. It's either it can be something you want to express, some new idea you want to put out, or just something you thought was cool, you know. It's like, oh, like I didn't really think this had much of a meaning, but I thought it looked really cool. I could do something that I want to send a message out, like that has meaning to me, or I could do, what was it said, but like, it's just really to me like, if I have something on my mind that I want to express, then I'll do it if I want to. If I have something that I've seen earlier that week that I thought really was cool and I want to try to do something like that, then I'll try to do it. It's just, I don't know, I could think of art in like various different ways of me doing it, whether it's trying to express myself, just trying to learn something new, trying to relax as a coping skill, or to me, I kind of feel like, well, as for me when I was like growing up, I felt like I've always had a label with me that I wasn't like good enough for anything, or that I wasn't gonna really make it anywhere. Like I remember like kids telling me that like I was stupid and stuff, and my teachers telling me the same thing, and that I was gonna end up homeless. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things they didn't really understand that I was going through. Is probably why they assumed those types of things. But like, I mean, I'm doing fine now. I love what I do now. I love how everything's turned out. I mean, I am going to school. I have my own apartment now. I work. I've been doing what I have to do. I plan to, in the future, be a hydrogeologist, helping the environment somehow, make sure our water is not contaminated. And I find it really strange now that I think it was, so I think it was like a few months ago, I saw one of my old friends, and he told me basically like, wow, dude, like, because he thought I was still messing up. He was like, oh, you've been staying out of trouble? I was like, no, man, I'm going to school. Like, I've been working. I just got out of work. He was like, what? He was like, yeah. Like, he started asking me a bunch of questions, like how, like, where did I apply for? Or, like, where am I looking for jobs? Or, like, what do I know about? Like, I told him, like, just go there. Like, they'll help you out, do these things. And, like, I feel like it's a lot different now. Like, everything is like, I mean, to me, I feel like everything is just, actually, I really don't know how to describe it. I mean, I could say that I'm doing fine now, and I am, and I want to do something in the future, but I'm still not sure. I mean, like even with an art piece, someone could change something on the art because they didn't like how it came out. I mean, I don't know, maybe something in my future I might not like that I might want to change, but other than that, I see everything fine. I want to make a difference in the world I live in. Don't judge a book by its cover.